to me. Okay, 1 second.
El
Yeah.
Chitra
So
Sat
I always in search of flowers which are always beautiful and unique to me. And I ended up like when I was searching in the market. Please mute yourself so that otherwise my own voice is okay. Thank you. So when I was looking into these flowers, it was a bit costly. The market flowers, no, which are is available in ready-made, they were too much costly and they couldn't fit my budget of my projects I was doing. So what the idea that came into my mind was to make my own flowers and add that to my project. So that's how this art of flower making came into my venture. And since then, I when I was at first I started to do it for myself, and then again I thought why not make it that as a separate business. And once I started it, I got a lot of orders, I got a lot of appreciation, a lot of inquiries came in, and there was no looking back. And I had to make it as a separate main business actually, apart from this paper crafting business. So I'm doing that for like 5 years. It's going on, and I'm taking a lot of workshops also, and I'm guiding a lot of other crafters who wanted to learn this art of flower making as well. And so I think I believe like I will be helpful like to start a business if you are interested in, or if even if you want to decorate your home, or even if you want to create an accessory for yourself, you can definitely make out of these kind of flowers. So once you see these flowers now, you will be like, I'm sure like you might have heard Miss Neeta ma'am was telling about the flowers. She attended the last workshop. She really liked it and she joined the masterclass. I'm very glad to hear that. And so you know how beautiful these flowers will be when you get to see that. And and out of these flowers, there are like the possibilities are endless. You can create whatever art you want to. You can decorate photo frames, you can make that as a business, you can even sell the flowers to other crafters, you can make that as a mainstream business. Anything out of it can be possible. Okay, so I will be there to guide you from start to end. Whenever you get stuck, I will be there to help you out. So for this session, like few materials you require, and I will explain what all materials are needed for this workshop. So I will just switch on the other camera. Ayushi, can you spotlight that camera 1 second?
Sure, ma'am.
Just turned on and off this one. 1 second.
Yes, it's done, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. Give me a minute. I'm just coming. Okay. So now the video and audio is clear, I hope. So everyone can see my workstation. Okay, so we will start from the introduction of materials. So, okay, thank you. Okay, so first we will start with the introduction of the materials. So I will explain each and every material which are required for this particular workshop. And it's like very basic material only. So this, yes, like when once you join the workshop, I will be giving you all the material list or the vendors list where you will get in discounts. Everything I will be sharing it when you join the masterclass. Okay. So this is the Foamiran sheet. So this is like a very big sheet, actually bigger than A4 size. You can see it is going out of the screen. So the color which I am showing is white shade, off white shade. You will get in lot of other shades also. Okay. So I'm just basically for this workshop, I am taking white shade. And for to tell more about this sheet, as the name tells, it is manufactured in Iran. But nowadays as we Indian crafters are more into this kind of artwork. These sheets are being manufactured in India also. It is available in Indian market also. Okay. So you can see the size. It is bigger than A4. It will be like approximately 30 by 35 centimeter. Okay, it is called Foamiran sheet or Foamiran, Foamiran. Okay, and in like you might have seen in the when you go to a bookstore or when you go to a nearby stationery stores, you might have seen the shopkeeper might have set a rack like a box of sheets which they call as form sheet. Okay, that sheet which you see is like A4 size. The measurement I am telling, it will be of A4 size, and the thickness will be 2 mm, which you see in the local stores. Okay, so that with that sheet also you might have seen sometimes in the YouTube, like people do with do the flowers, or they even make the cutouts of animals and birds with that kind of sheets. That is pretty thick. That is 2 mm. 2 mm is a very thick sheet actually. Okay, but when you see this sheet, you can even feel in the camera like it is very soft in texture, very smooth, it is very flexible, and you will get the thickness from 0.6 to maximum 1 mm. That is the thickness of these kind of Pomeranian sheet. Okay, it's very, you can imagine how thin it is. Okay, so you will get thickness starting from 0.6 to 1 mm. That's the thickness. So this is about the sheet, and you can do wonders with these kind of sheets. Okay, so the other few materials, very basic material you are going to use for this workshop. Yeah, like you might have seen these kind of scrubbers. We use it for our utensils for kitchen purpose, right? So you are going to use that for craft now. So this part of the form, the scrubber, we need to for the making of flowers that I will show you. Or even if you have these kind of form sponge, you can use that also for making the flowers. Okay, and definitely you need a good pair of scissors, like sharp pointed scissors you need. Okay, and any pen or in any tool or any paintbrush which has a curved edge like this. Okay, at the back now you will find these kind of edges. You have to use that also, and a basic ruler which has the markings, good markings there. Okay, you need that, and some stencils like these, some circle stencil. Okay, so the use of these stencil, I will explain. So with these stencils, can you see the circles here? So using these circles, we are going to transfer this circle onto a sheet of paper, like any random rough sheet of paper, which is pretty thick, like you will get in drawing book, which you have already used. Watercolor drawing book will be there. Now you can use that sheet. It should be not too thin. The paper should not be too much thin. Otherwise, it won't stay long. Because using that paper, here you can see these are very rough paper. Like I have scribbled something, and now I am using that as some circles here, random size. Okay, so I made some circles using compass and a ruler, and even you can use these stencil as well, and you can make some circles out of those sheets, and you can use these as a template. I call these as a template, paper templates. So the purpose of these templates is to this will help to create the flowers. So how it is going to help it, I will explain that also. So like I have taken some random size, like this is 6 centimeter, this is 6.5.5, this is 4. I have marked each of the circles, and I have storing that. Like I have been storing these for quite a few months, so it is there with me for like quite a long time. Okay, so whenever I need to make a flower, I can use that, and I can create a flower very easily. So how we are going to make that, I will explain. And another tool is the hot glue. So I have kept it on, and it will be ready by the time we need it. So some other tools which we need, like all some materials, maybe I'll say, this is a flower tape. If you are new to this, I'll explain how to make this. Sorry, how to use this. And flower wire, floral wire, you can say. All these you will get in this local market. It's very easily available. And there's some pollens like this. These are thread pollens. Okay, so these all we will use the second flower. because we are going to need two flowers right now. Okay, so we will move on to the first flower. So for creating the first flower, I'm going to take a circle, paper circle of 5 centimeter. So okay, and using the circle, I have and made a circle with a form sheet. Okay, I place the circle on the form sheet. Here you need to use, I'll show you how to make it. Give me a minute. I will take a sheet of paper and maybe a small piece is fine. So here I am placing it on the form sheet. This is a form sheet, this is a paper. And if you don't have any pointed, what do you say, any needle, or you can even use toothpick, or even you can use skewer, that stick, or even you can use a scissor. We have to fold the scissor like this, and you just need to make an impression on that. It will give you an impression, very nice impression. Make sure you don't use any pencil or any pen. Pencil is even okay, but no pen allowed while using the form sheet. Okay, because it will leave you some inks there. Even if the pen is that much good, it will leave some ink on the form sheet, and it will make the flower very dirty. You don't want that. Okay, so you can use the refill of the pen which is finished, like the ink is not there, and some pen refills will be there. You can use that also. We just need to make a impression there. So you can see we have made an impression here, and we just need to cut it using the scissor. So likewise, I have done this. Okay, this is 5 centimeter circle. Now we have to make the flower petal. So for that, I'm going to fold it into half like this, and again into one more half. So this is the basic step. These are the two important steps, like to make two folds. So I'll repeat once more. First, make a half circle or a semicircle, and again into another fold. So it will become a cone. And why we are doing this is to, when I open it, you will see two lines here, like a plus. So we need to get that line. These lines are called the guidelines. I call them as guidelines. So with why means we can't use any pen on the form, as I already mentioned, and to make the markings or to get the center. We can't use that. Okay. So in order to get the lines where, because we are going to make some petals, right? So we need some guidelines to start with. So for that only we are folding it. Okay. And once we have done that, so we have to plan how many petals we want. So here I'm going to make a 8 petal flower. Okay. So we need some 8 parts here. So to cut that, I will start from this line. See, I have made a slit here. You have to cut it like in a way that you need to leave some space from the center to from here. Okay, maybe a half centimeter or something. Leave some space and cut till here. Okay, like make a slit. So I'll be repeating it on all the lines. Like 4 parts I will get then. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I got 4 parts here. Okay, now I need to make 8, right? So again 4 more parts I need. So I'll be cutting here in between, like in the center of each of the 4 parts. Okay. So in this way, I will get 8 parts in a circle. Okay, very simple actually. All these we might have learned in our school days, right? You'll be now remembering the craft period which you had in your school. So at that time we will be like, oh, it's so boring. But now it is helping us to build our career. Like we are going to make money out of it, like making roses or making flowers out of it, right? So yeah. So now we need to shape it. So for that, I'm going to start from this. So here you can see this is a line of each of the petals. So this is like, these parts will be the petals, each petal, right? So in this line will have a midpoint here. So I'm going to start from that point, and I'm going to make a curvy cut till the slit, which I have done in this way. Okay. So I'll be repeating for all the petals now. Okay. So these you have to have some patience. You have to have some patience while cutting. Okay. So what you can do is first practice on a paper and see how it is coming out. How the petal cutting, how the circle is coming out. Everything you can first practice on a paper and then you can try it on form sheet. Okay. So I have done on one side and now I'm going to do it on the other. So I'm going to turn it and again I'm going to start it from this side. So see, then my petals are coming out good. Some petals, like, it is not necessary that each of the petals should be look same. It doesn't matter if some petals are thin, some are big, some are small. But make sure like that size should be the length na. It should be the same. But if it is thin or thick, it is doesn't matter because we are making hand cut flowers and handmade flowers, like hand whatever we make handmade, it need not be that perfect. That is the quality of handmade, right? It will not be like perfect like a machine made. And here you get that petal there. Okay, that is the beauty of handmade things. Okay, so now we have to add some colors to the petal because it is very white. Even you can make white flowers. I love white flowers as well, but I think I will add some colors here. So here I'm going to use this shade. I don't know what shade is this. Let me check. Scarlet. Okay, some orangish red color, and I'm using oil pastel. Okay, so there are like a lot of techniques and tools we can use for coloring. Here, just this is a basic technique which I am sharing here. Okay, so I'm just randomly adding some colors at the tip of the petal. Okay, but I don't want too much of color. I want some white shade to be seen also. So just covering a little bit of the tip with the this shade, red shade. Okay, and I'm going to do it on the opposite side or the back side also. Then only you will still get that natural look, right? So you can use any color is fine. I just use this one. And even also you can increase the size of the circle. I took 5, you can take 6, 7, even 10 also you can take, then you will get very big flowers. Okay, so that is done. Now it is looking very beautiful, right? So next what we have to do is I'm going to fold it again into half, like this. And I'm holding all the petal to one side. This is the center and this side is a petal. So the petals are in between my two fingers here and I'm going to twist it. Twist it very nicely. Okay. So what will happen is you can see the condition of the petals. It is looking very wrinkled and very what do you say, very tender, very light and very tender. Okay, but don't worry, we'll be making it beautiful only. So what happened was, like, the heat on our hands, it got transferred to the sheet and it made the sheet look very tender and very flexible. Okay, so that will help the flower or the whatever flower we are making to look natural. Okay, and that is the beauty of this Foamiran flowers. Okay, and one more thing will happen. This colors which we have used, right? When we twist and turn, the colors, they will blend more neatly towards the like towards the petal. Okay, and it will look very smooth and very natural also. Okay, so we have to gently stretch the bottom part of the petal. No need to touch the top part. It is already done. It is already treated. Now we just needed to stretch that bottom part so that you will get that shape of the petal. So this we need to do very gently because As I told you, like the sheet has become very thin, very tender. So don't use too much pressure. Handle it very gently. Okay. So I now you can see it as not. It is not that much flat, but I want it a little more. Sorry, little more into a 3D shape. So what I'm going to do is I will use this sponge. Okay, I'm going to use this foam sponge and I'll use this pen. Okay, the normal pen which has this curved edge. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to press it at the center very gently again. Okay, these flowers have to be handled, even natural flowers, we need to handle it very gently. And this one more care we have to keep. Okay, then only it will uh, give you good results. Okay, so I have made, I'll show you 4 more. So total 5 petals I'm going to keep in this flower. So all these I have colored and I have twisted and kept. Just I need to give some imposing on the petals. So I'm doing that. So you can see I have already twisted this petals, but again, it has come out like in an almost normal shape, right? So that's why we always twist like a lot of times, like almost 15 to 20 times we need to twist that petals. Then only like when it gets cooled down, when the heat, everything is, when everything goes off, it'll it will have a tendency to come back to the normal form, the form sheet. So we have to twist more lot of times when we do that. Okay, it will come back to the normal form. It will have that tendency to come back to the normal form. So always, if you are planning to twist it like 50, but do it like 75 times, that in that manner. Okay, so that is done, and we will now attach the petals together. Yeah, but before that, we need something more to add to these petals. So I will explain that also. We need to add some centers, center part on this flower. Otherwise, it will look very plain, right? So for that, I have made a fringe like this. So I will show you how to make that. So for that, I have taken a strip of 1 by 15 centimeter and I'm going to cut it. Okay, cut the fringes like these. All these we might have learned in school days, right? We like to make wall hangings with a newspaper and all, like a toran. We might have decorated our school classroom so with the color paper and all. So same way we are making this fringe. Only thing is it should be very close to each other. Then only you will get a good center. Okay. So I'm not going to do it full. It will take a little bit time. So I have already done the fringe and I have already kept it ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of color randomly here and there. Okay. The same color. The sheet which I'm using for this is also the same Foamiran sheet only. Same white color sheet and a little bit of color here and there. Okay. Okay. So that is done. Very random coloring. Okay. And what I'm going to do next is to fold it together. And I'm going to press it. When I press it, the same effect will happen that happened on the petals. It will become very thin now. I'm not going to twist it because what will happen? All these will come off. These are very thin, right? Can you see how much thin they are? It will come off. So I don't want that. I'm just pressing it. It will become thin. Now I can use it. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the hot glue at this edge. Very small glue is enough. Small amount of glue is enough, not too much. And I'm going to press it like this. Okay. When you do this, just wait for 2 seconds. Otherwise, it is very hot and you might burn your hands. So if you don't want that, just wait for 2 seconds. The heat will cool down, and then you can start to roll. Okay. When you roll it, like you have to make sure this side of the sheet, no, it is in correct level. Okay. This top part, it is, if it is up and down, it's not a problem, but make sure this side is correct. Same level. Okay. And once in a while, add some glue. Not too much, little bit, little amount is enough, just a tiny drop is enough. Because it's even like a very small piece. So too much of glue, it will come out and it will look very clumsy. So we don't want that. Just brush it with the nozzle of that gun, and you will get the glue there, and you can roll it easily. Okay. So almost done. Okay, so it is done. And I will end this with the, okay, so it is done. And we will quickly move to the next step. Just press it and make it open like this. And you will start sticking to the this petal. Okay. So add some glue here and stick it at the center and press it. Again, same repeat for the next petal also. Add some glue here and stick it to the center. So when you stick it, you have to make sure the layers, they are in offset way. Okay. And like these petals should come in between these two petals. In that way, you have to arrange the petals or arrange the layers. So also you can increase and decrease the number of layers. The more number of layers, the more dense it will look. Okay. And okay, so that is done. So I told you, like, I'll be sharing how to make one accessory and one home decor. So I'm going to use this in an accessory. So where will we use it? I'll show you where we will use it. I'm going to use it on a finger ring. Okay. So this is a basic finger ring you will get very easily in the market. So this is a metal finger ring. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue here. I will attach it here. Give a good press so it will stay there. And at once don't use it because there are a lot of glue outside. It will damage your skin. Let it get settled in. Once it is settled, cool down, then you can use it. Okay. At last, I will show you by wearing it. Okay. So leave it aside and we'll quickly move to the next. So how many of you like this one? You have to share your response in the chat box. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. So you can create like within few minutes, you can create so much of beautiful accessories for yourself, for your daughter, for your sister, your mother, for your friends, or even you can gift it to someone who likes you appreciate this handmade things. Okay. So now we will move to the next flower. So we did something for ourselves. Now we will do it something for our home. Okay, so for that, I'm going to make a little big flower. So I'm going to take 7 centimeter flower. Okay. So I already cut the circle here. This is the same white sheet only. And I'm going to make a shape out of it. Like I'm going to create a 6 petal flower here. Okay, for that, and again the same step which I did first. This is a basic step, that is to get that lines. So folding it once, then twice, and open it. So you will get the 2 lines there. Now we have to make 6 petals. So for that, I'm cutting at one side, and exactly opposite, I'm cutting at the opposite side. So I got 2 parts here. Okay. And I'm going to give a slanting cut here. Okay, because I need 6 petals, right? So in one part, I will have to have 3 subparts or 3 petals. Okay. So I'm going to give a slanting cut here. So I got 3 here. Okay. And again, go to the next side, make a slanting cut here and another cut here. So see, I got 6 parts. Okay. So these parts will become the petals. Okay. Hope it is clear. Yes, form sheet and Foamiran sheet are both different. As I mentioned at start in itself, form sheet means that is easily available in the market. It is A4 size. Thickness will be 2 mm. This Foamiran sheet is like very thin. Maximum thickness is 1 mm. And the sheet size is more than A4. It is bigger than A4. Okay. And it is very thin. You can see in the camera itself, it is very thin. It is not like the normal form sheet. Okay. Okay. So we'll move to the petal cutting. So how to cut the petals? I'm going to cut each of the petal one by one. So I'm going to fold it in this manner, and I'm going to start from this midpoint and go till the tip of the petal like this. Okay. So when I open, I'll get it shaped like this. Okay. So similarly, I'm going to repeat. Basically, I need a little bit pointed edge or the pointed center like this. Okay. So I'll do it once more here. So start from this midpoint, make a curve and go to the point or the middle part. Okay. Like it is not necessary that each of the petals should look exactly same. Some difference might be there. As I told you, like it is okay. That happens in hand cut flowers. Okay, because we are cutting with scissors only. There are a lot of other techniques which we professionally do that I will be explaining when we go for the master class. Okay, so if it is hand cut flower, then also it is not an issue because we are going to work a little more on the petals, right? So this shape won't be that much visible, the difference in the shape. Okay, even for me, it is not. Sometimes it is going wavy, sometimes it is correct, but it is okay. Okay. So I got this flower here. So now what I'm going to do, again, I'm going to add some colors here, and this time I'm going to use purple. And I'm going to add colors from the center towards the top, like this, very randomly. Even you can leave it plain white, but I thought I will add some colors and show you. Okay. Again, on the opposite side, on the back side. Okay. And now we have to go to the next step. So the next step, like I'm going to hold the petal one with one hand, and this is purple shade, oil pastel. So I'm going to twist the top of the petal with another hand, like this. I'm not going to fold all the petals together like that, like we did in the first flower. This is different method. Okay. So twist the top part very gently, but quite a lot of time, so that you will get good wrinkles at the top part. Okay, like this. Once you finish it and see, it will look very beautiful. When I have taken like 7 centimeter, you can even make it bigger flowers. Okay, because for home decor, big flowers will look very nice, right? You can even make it big. So I have twisted all the top part of the petals. Twist, you can twist like more times, like not doing that much, like 5 or 6 times I'm doing it. The more you do, the more wrinkled it will be, more twisted and more natural it will look. Okay. So after that, you have to see this. Like I'm going to stretch the center part here. Don't touch the top part. Only the center portion I'm going to stretch it. Stretch it like you have to get that cup shape on the petal. Okay. The top part, it should not be touched. It should stay like that. Only the center part. Okay. And also a little bit at the center, this part here. Little bit. Not too much. When you stretch it too much, it will come off. It will be into parts. So we don't want that. Just stretch a little bit. Okay. So you will get this shape. And again, if you want some more shape for the petals, you can even press it with the pen. You can even do that. It will become a little more into a cup shape. Okay. So here I have done like 4 petals. Okay. Here all these I have done like since morning it is there. So you can see it has come back to its little bit normal form, but the wrinkles of the petals, everything is there. Okay. So the more you twist, the tendency now it will be like itself, like the wrinkles, everything will be stay there. Okay. So that is the beauty of this petal. Okay. So you have to twist a lot more times than you require. Okay. So we will quickly move to the next step. So here I'm going to use some pollens here. Here, like I'm taking this pink shade, hot pink shade, and I'm just randomly some pollens. I'm not counting it. Like it depends how much thick center you require. In that way, you have to take the pollens. Okay. Even you can use foam sheet for making the flowers, but you won't get this effect. You won't get the natural effect. Only natural effect you will get in only the Foamiran sheet. Okay. So we will move to this. And I'm going to take the wire here. I'm going to fold it into half. This is 30 centimeter wire. I don't need that much length. So I'm going to fold it into half and it will give you the strength there. Okay. And I'm taking this pollen, folding into half like this. I'm going to pass it through that pollen gap, the wire, and I'm going to twist it like a hook I made, and I'm going to twist it. So what will happen? The pollen, it will stay there. Okay. So to secure it, I'm going to add a little bit glue at the bottom part, and I will be pressing it. So it will stay there for long. It won't come off. Okay. Don't add glue at the top part, only at the bottom part. The top part should be like a bush, like this. When you can add more pollens, it will also look very nice. Okay. So we will now start to fix the petals very quickly. We will finish off that. So we'll start with this. And what I'm going to do is I will prick a hole here using that wire itself, and I'll pass it through this pollen here. Okay. push a little bit inside the pollen part. It will get easily to the pollen because the form sheet now it will make a hole itself if you pass it through this wire. Okay, so you will get a flower like this. This is the first layer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue at this part here. Okay, and I will press the back part. So it will get stick to that center. Like this. It will be close to that center like this. Okay, hold it for a little bit, few seconds, and we will move to the next layer. Same way, I'm going to pass it through this wire and I will stick it here. So while sticking the next layer, you need to offset the petals. That is, this second layer, this petal should come in between these two layers. So you have to keep that in mind always while making the flowers. Then only you will get that depth. That is the purpose of offsetting. Same way, add some glue at the back part and try to offset. Press it here. Should not add glue at the top part, only at the bottom. Third one. I'm going to twist a little bit of this petal because I feel it has gone back to its form. Anyway, it is curvy only, but I want it a little bit. It's looking natural only, but I feel it should stay like that for quite some time. Okay, so the last layer. Okay, so it is done. Okay, but one more step is there. One more step is there. Wait a minute. The flowering arrangement is done. We need to add one more step. Then only the flower will look complete, right? So this is done. And we will move to the next. We have to add this tape here. So the use of this flower tape is to cover the wire here. Otherwise, you will get to see the back of the flower, this sheet and this wire, everything twisted and everything. You will get to see that. So we will use the tape to make the flower complete. So while using the tape, you need to stretch the tape. Then only the glue it will have the glue here at the back. It will become active. You have to stretch the tape and use it. This is flower tape. Okay. Just attach it here. You don't need to use any other glue. It already have a glue at the back of the tape. This self-adhesive. You just need to stretch the tape and then use it. Okay. Roll it till the end of the wire. And it is done. So I have made a little more of the similar shade. Okay. So when you make a bunch like this and when you keep it in your living room, in a flower vase or something like that, it will look very beautiful. And even when the guest comes in, they will get to see the flower. They will first ask about like from where you got it. And when you say like you made it, it's like that's the best thing, no? That feel is like something different, right? If it is made by you and someone appreciate it, like you will have that feeling that will be like out of the world, right? So within few minutes you can make such beautiful flowers. Like there are a lot and lot of other flowers I would like to share. So here that see the ring, it is ready. Maybe I will put it and show you, and you will know how beautiful it will look. See, Very nice, right? So how easily, how quickly you can make an accessory for yourself, and you can make matching accessories